Hello, hello, my beloved. I am so happy for this show today. I have an amazing person here today. First of all, you know me already, but my name is Dr. Angelika Christie, and the host of the show, Radiant Life Over 45, because women really excel after they have worn all of the hats and really excel with their biggest gift that is still within them after the kids are out of the house or whatever they have finished in that first half of their life. So please be here with us every Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, and you will get amazing value here. And today I have a great surprise, a beautiful lady that I met and fell in love with right away. That's not difficult to understand, as you will see. And her name is Kathy Tarochione. Maybe
very good. No, you did. That was good. Yay. Very good. Yeah.
She is an accomplished entrepreneur and community builder who is making a difference in the lives of women over 55. That's my girl.
Yes. Yeah.
She's also the co-founder and partner of Golden Girls Community, LLC. So Kathy has created a physical and virtual space where women can connect, support each other, and thrive. Because I believe in a world where women thrive, and especially the women who have so much to share, so much to give. Okay, so but in addition to her work with Golden Girls Community, Kathy is the owner of Picture a Moment Pet Production, a pet media production company where she produces and hosts the Dog Connection Show, where dogs, and listen to this, where dogs teach people how to live better lives by people learning from dogs. We always think we need to teach our dogs.
Unknown caller.
Dogs are really the ones who can teach us so much more. And she's going to talk about this today. She is a skilled producer and co-host of various live shows, both pet and non-pet related, and is nationally recognized as an on-air talent in the live streaming industry. She helps others achieve their dreams and live meaningful and productive lives, connect with their dogs at the heart level, and learn how to become a golden. Kathy is a golden girl herself, is a woman who truly understands the power of empathy and compassion. And she has dedicated her life to caring and creating communities where individuals can come together and support one another in times of need. And do we need this now? And
Yes.
has been an animal advocate for over 50 years. Kathy, I am so honored to have you here with me today. And I know that everybody who is here or will watch this later will get so much value from it. So we are going to speak about the value of dogs in the life of a single, a widowed, or divorced senior woman. Can you share more about this, please?
Well, thank you so much for having me on your show, Doctor. I'm going to respect and call you Doctor.
No, call me Angelika.
Angelika? Okay. I started the Dog Connection show in 2012 with the idea that people have a valuable gift in their life by having a dog. And what they do is they don't recognize it. So it became a show to try and say, wait a minute, if you have this dog is going to bring you some joy, bring you happiness, bring you comfort. But if you're not connected at the heart level, you just look at them as a dog.
Yes.
So how do we do that? How do we bridge that? And from my own personal experience, I've had a dog almost all my life. And I realized that through the tough times, through thick and thin, through stress, through all the different kinds of circumstances. And I've been through a lot in my lifetime, which some I'm proud of, some I'm not so proud of. But during this time, each time my dog was always there to help me through the rain, is what I call it, through the rain. And it's the only companion that I could have that I could be honest with, because I wasn't being judged. They didn't tell my secrets. They were always there to listen. They were always there to help me and comfort me. And I wanted that for other people.
Yeah.
So going through this, I realized that the only way to do that is to identify to people, maybe you haven't taken the time to learn about your dog.
Yeah.
And if you learn about your dog, like you expect your dog to learn about you, then maybe there'll be a connection. And that's how it all started. So I won't go into the details of all we had and everything over the years, but let me just say that we were reaching about 6 million people a month. It was a beautiful show. We gained a lot of momentum because the show resonated with people that were having trouble with their dogs. And to
Mhm.
give you an example, what we helped with was the dogs that were in someone's home. One woman in particular, she called me, or she notified that she was thinking about committing suicide. And this was very alarming. So I personally contacted her and she said, I can't deal with this dog. I don't know what. And I said, before you go ahead and you make that decision, think about what you have right in front of you. And I helped her for about a week. She got to be in so much in love with her dog that it brought her out of the idea of killing herself. And now she wanted to give back. And she had her dog become a therapy dog and went to hospitals, and it made a wonderful difference. So she became one of the biggest advocates. There was
Yeah.
a number of people that were thinking about taking the animals that they got from the shelter and then relinquishing them because they peed in the house, they didn't know what it was to have a dog.
Yeah.
So in helping them understand that, wait a minute, you're expecting this animal to come in your home, of which they've never seen before.
Mm.
They may have been lost. They may have had another family that they were attached to. And now they're coming to your house and you're expecting them to know everything and know all the rules. And you don't even do that if you adopted a child. You let the child know what the rules are. But you expect them to come in, know everything. And if they make one mistake or two mistakes, or they don't listen to what you want, then there's a problem. So by us teaching these fans about what the dog is willing to do and is expected to do based on the communication that you're willing to give, we found that we were decreasing the relinquishments. People were coming back and saying, you know, after listening to you, it made sense. I've been selfish. I've been expecting the dog to be this wonderful dog like a Lassie that you see on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a dog can't do that, just can't do that. And then they realize that, see, once you become connected with the dog at a heart level, that dog then feels it, senses it, and the energy that they receive and that they give back, all of a sudden that dog becomes extremely bonded. Yes, very, very bonded. So after a period of time, and now that I'm 76 years old, having dogs all my life, and I've had a number of problems in the last, let's say, particularly in the last 2 years. I don't know how much time we have, so I'm going to kind of break it down. I took the situation I had and decided that I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. And in order to do, and I actually have done that all my life. Every time there's been a problem, I figure out what's the lesson I need to learn here, put no blame or judgment on anyone else, and then realize whatever that lesson was, I'm going to take that and turn it into a positive so that I can then help others who may experience the same experience I did. Well, I had numerous experiences in the last 10 years, but particularly in the last 2. And as a result of this, I met a wonderful person named Catherine Weinstock, who is my partner in it's called the Golden Life community now, as opposed to the Golden Girls community. And
I like that.
Yeah. And we realized that both of us had been through a similar experience, and we were both in the golden years, and why not help other women? So to make a long story short, I I looked at how dogs help women. Let's bring dogs into the equation. At the same time, let's try and develop a virtual community, which would be worldwide, and not have specialists on, not have the doctors and the attorneys and the celebrities and the this and the that. Let's have real women with real stories, with real issues that they want to share. But let's make it in a private setting so that they don't have to worry about ever being judged. They don't have to worry about somebody looking at their hair and criticizing their hair or this or that or whatever, but listening to their real story, their real pain, and hearing and feeling their pain. So with doing that, I was in the hospital. And while I'm in the hospital, I realized I'm going to do a live show. Well, this was a year and a half ago or so. And we had about 300 fans at that time. And while I'm in the hospital, I'm in the hospital and I should be uncomfortable, but I tried to explain that if you're a spiritual person like I am, you can be comfortable wherever and under any circumstances. So I explained that, okay, I had pneumonia, I was having a COPD exacerbation, I had right-sided heart failure, a pulmonary effusion, and fecal impaction. I hadn't gone to the bathroom for 16 days. And talk about uncomfortable. Oy, oy, oy.
I would say so.
Yeah, I certainly was uncomfortable. So I thought, well, I'm going to talk to these women. I did a 5-minute video, 5 minutes, that's it. And it was only to 300 and I was on a Facebook page, not even a group. And I got over 87,000 views and over 2,000 comments, and it was not promoted. It was just shared. These
So
women
you
came
did this where on
Facebook, on the page. Yeah. Did it live.
But my God, that's incredible.
I know. And it was overwhelming. And seriously, the video itself was really about, I made it funny. I said to them, you know, I've had this fecal impaction, which literally I'm full of poop. And if I would have had a vibrator in the hospital, so we need to have like a poop pounder, you know, to help older women when they're in the hospital. And I also had a monitor, like I have a monitor on now, but this one is a stick-on one. But in the hospital, they give you a monitor that is, you kind of have to hold it. Right. And they used to have these holders where you could put it into it. They didn't have that. So every time I got up, if I forgot, I would drop it and the thing would come off. So I said, well, here we are, resilient, resourceful women. All women are. I'll take one of their washcloths and their rubber gloves and I'll make my own halter. So I made a halter that I could put the monitor in, and I showed them that. And then I'm talking to them about how comfortable you really can be in a hospital if you just let go of the fact that if the nurses don't come when they're supposed to, if you change your perspective and you say to these, think about these nurses as they're there to help you. They're not there to hurt you, and they could do only what they can do. They have other people to take care of. You're not the only kid on the block. You have other people there. So let's identify and say thank you to them. Let them know that you appreciate that they're helping to save your life. In my case, it was helping to save my life. Because at that time, I was going through well, it was end of life type of thing. And it was very life-threatening. My brother came in from out of town to help me put all my affairs in order and everything else. So regardless, I had that smile on my face, that spark in my eye that said, I have this glimpse of being able to do the Golden Girls and bring dogs into the equation because I have such a passion, and I'm going to make this work. And that's how,
obviously the universe said yes.
Yes, absolutely. The universe has, Angelika, it has been marvelous to me. I am a super manifester.
Mm.
I love when that happens, you know, because as soon as it happens, you think, oh, yes, yes, thank you, namaste. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And you think, where did that come from?
Yeah.
But it does. It always does, no matter how low you are, or you think you're in the gutter, or you think you're down and out and you're not going to make it through, and nothing of this bad has ever happened to you. If you just trust and you bring that positive energy, get rid of that negative energy and
Yes,
let it
you need
flow.
to switch into the positive energy, because only from there it can really be delivered, right?
Exactly, exactly. And when that happens, then things manifest. Of course, if you have good intention and you know how to manifest properly and you bring those things in, then you can sit back and you say, oh my gosh, but always remember to thank the universe for
Absolutely.
helping you. Always remember there.
Gratitude is number one, you know.
Absolutely.
I am so happy and I'm so grateful that this is manifesting for me, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And so that's where it all started from. And now we're making it happen. This is the beautiful part. It's all really, really happening. We have the land. So what we did, oh, I forgot to mention. So we have now this virtual community.
Yeah.
But then we started looking at, me in particular, we based the community based on my personal experiences and the things that we wanted women to know that they could be safe from and that they could get support from for other women like them.
Mhm.
So that's where it all started. And then we realized that, you know, I don't want to really live with someone, although for an older woman, especially if you're a widow or you're divorced and or you don't really have the money, you're forced to either live with someone or live in a place that you really don't want to live in.
Mm.
So wouldn't it be nice if there was a community that they could have their own place and have their dog and know that if they got sick and they ended up in the hospital, somebody would take care of their dog. Somebody would take care of their plants. Somebody would be there for them. Somebody would come to the hospital. Somebody
Yeah.
would be there and do for them. I forgot to mention, when I was in the hospital, my dog, I didn't know what to do. And somebody was taking care of my dog, and they let me know that they were taking care of my dog, but he had poop all over his butt. And she didn't want to touch it. Oh no. So then she says, he's sick, he's not eating, he's throwing up. Well, I'm in the hospital, I have my own issues.
Yeah.
And she says, he won't let me touch him. Oh no. So what do? Those kind of things are real issues. And
Yes.
those are the things that bug the bug women my age, because we want to do better, we want to know better, but we don't have the tools to be able to do that. Plus the fact, you know, we've lost our communication skills after a period of time. We become isolated, we become complacent with sitting at home, not doing things, not socializing, not taking a shower, not dressing up, not putting on our makeup, because what for? You kind of give up.
Mhm.
And isn't it nice if you now have a reason to be able to do these things? It's like like this energy that comes through you. You think, oh my God, I have purpose. I'm unretired. I
Yes.
don't have to sit back and do nothing. I can still have my purpose. And the Golden Girls will allow these, and the Golden Life, I should say, allows these women to take that passion and resurrect their purpose and now give back to those that also need it. Because what other way than to help other
Perfect
women?
circle, you know,
Yeah,
it's a perfect harmony, because that's, you know, you give, you can take. I mean, it's synergy, right, between not only the women but also the dogs, and it's beautiful. I get
yes,
goosebumps just
yeah.
imagining it. Yeah.
So here's the overall, and then I'll be done. With the physical community, it's designed so that women have their own, for lack of a better word, casitas, We call it the golden spaces,
Mhm.
but there's different levels of them, and we're building them in different parts of the country. Some for the low income women,
Mhm.
so that they can afford it. So we don't want them to think it's not, and we don't want to say affordable, we say reasonable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
reasonable,
Yeah.
because to some
Mhm.
women is as affordable as not to
Well,
another
it
woman.
depends. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
And
I think
what?
it's amazing what you do. It's
Yeah.
and you created it because does it exist already, or this is
No,
just no?
no, it doesn't. And there's nothing like this, because most communities you go to, the amenities, especially for people over 55, it's for men and women. This one is strictly for women.
Mm.
And it's for women that, in terms of the actual physical community, it's for women who are single, widowed, or divorced, and they must have a dog. If they don't have a dog, we'll get them a dog.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. I
And
love those, those
yeah,
meetings.
yeah, and we can do that because it's more of a membership
Yeah.
than anything else. So we also joined forces with an organization called Wagtown. Beth Miller from Wagtown, who is part of our team. And she has created the Smart Dog Park. So smart dog parks are being set up in every one of our communities, which also means that these girls will be able to be certified to know how to deal with dogs in the dog park, and it will be open to the public as well. But in addition to that, then they've got the dog groomer there. They've got everything that's there to help them with their dogs.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Um,
That's just, I'm so excited about it. I mean, and my heart is happy and also a little bit sad because before my husband and I separated and got divorced for 10 years, now we are back together again, but he bought into a penthouse, no dogs allowed. Before I had Cocker Spaniels, I had multiple dogs and I was a dog person. And now that's it. No more dogs. Thank God my two daughters, each of them only 10 minutes away, each of them have a dog. So I need my snuggles sometimes.
yeah, yes, yeah, you sure
And
do.
just take
Yeah.
off and go.
Licks and snuggles and tail wags.
That's
Yeah.
because there is no person in your life ever that will greet you like a dog.
Yes.
You come home. It's not possible because dogs are never mad with you. They're always, they're happy.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Always
Yeah.
happy when you arrive.
And you can be in the saddest mood.
Yeah.
You can have really a lousy day, and then you come home and you just know, they know you're
Yes.
a mile away and they know you're on your way home.
Right.
And they are right there to greet you, right there with the happiest face. And
Yeah.
so if they pooped in the house or something like that, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's not. When I see that people walk in the door and they go, "What did you do?" Well, he's there to greet you. He's already forgotten that he's pooped. It's done with
Yeah.
already.
Of course.
And it's an
Yeah.
accident. And
Yeah.
the truth is, how do we equate this to the older woman? Well, you think about it for a minute. How many of us have to wear Depends? How many of us have to, we have issues, and we have accidents too. So what great way to bring the dog with the older woman so
I
that
never
they
thought
can
about it that way. But yes, that is such a beautiful connection as well,
yes,
of understanding. Yes. And,
right,
I mean, of course, the dogs age so much faster than we do.
right,
So when we already have a certain age, even if it's a puppy or so, taking this dog through all of these stages
right,
is so beautiful. That's
yeah,
so amazing. Yeah.
yeah. So having the two of them connecting together, living together, sharing their life together, and having a companionship is the goal.
Yeah.
So that their lives can end beautifully together.
Yeah.
And then of course we'll make arrangements for the dog after they pass, or if they pass before the dog, so everything will be arranged and help these women through. I've talked to so many women that
Mm.
have said, and I'm sure you have too, that have said, I just don't know what to do. Their husband passes away. And I know in my own personal experience, I lost my friends because I was now single and I could be a threat to their husbands. So
Yeah.
they didn't want me
Yes.
around.
Their husband. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like,
Amazing.
but I was okay before, but now I'm not okay. I'm still the same person. But it's like, well, no, you could interrupt my territory.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. So you have to make all new friends. And everything is a challenge, but it can be overcome if you look at it as a lesson.
Yeah, that, and also you have this one beautiful spiritual being, as you say. Dogs are animals, are spiritual beings that is there no matter what for you. As long as the dog is alive, it will be, and not totally sick, will be there to cheer you up,
Right.
to listen without interrupting you, without having a
Yeah.
bad day. And what an amazing gift. And there are so many people who don't understand it, who have dogs for particular reasons, maybe as a guard dog, at this dog, but the connection from soul to soul, from dog soul to human soul, from a dog heart to human heart, what can happen there is just miraculous.
It is. It is without a doubt a miracle. Dogs are miracles. And I have seen them perform miracles. On our show, we had a dog named Rico Lockwood. He was a therapy dog, and he was a complex rated therapy dog. He was with Canine Companions. He became a career dog, and he would go to Ronald McDonald. Ellen is his mother's name, and he would go to Ronald McDonald's and help the children there. And they always asked for Rico because Rico could sense where the pain was. If it was in the child's back, he would instinctively know. And he would pick out who was in pain in the group, and he'd go to them and he would put his body and lean his body against that part of them. And the children, actually, the pain would go away. And it was like a miracle, seriously, a miracle. And then COVID came along and he wasn't able to go anymore. And it was devastating to him and to Ellen, because they love to be able to go there and help. But Rico is well known, Rico Lockwood, if you ever want to look him up. He's 12 years old now. And everybody's worried about what if something happens to Rico, because he's one of a kind.
That's a sad thing, that usually, in a lifetime, if you get a dog when you are still a child, and then in mid-age, and then whatever, you always outlive your dog, usually, and it's always so painful. So what happens when the dog dies in this community? Do you get in a new dog for the person?
Actually, we believe that it's going to be up to them, but yes, we'll have a dog that they're present with, whether it's a foster,
yeah,
or some kind of an animal for them. We'll give them the time, but we're feeling that the other women in the community that have their dogs will also adopt. They'll adopt each other.
It's a closely knit community.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Right. But in terms of, we're bringing in Colleen Ellis, who Colleen is she helps people with the pet bereavement, and her method is just phenomenal. She helps them before they die, to help them with a bucket list and what to do and how to do it, and bring them all the way through. And then, of course, giving closure to it, and then making certain that they still connect after the dog has passed, so that there's still that connection, because you can still feel that dog with you. As a matter of fact, when we did the dog connection, we had Canine Communities reporters, and the first Canine Community reporter was my dog named Mandy. And we had spent quite a bit of money on promoting her as the canine community dog.
Mhm.
And when she passed, I didn't know what to do. So I created Canine Community Reporter from Heaven.
Oh, how beautiful.
And it was for Mandy to be able to let people know how their dogs were doing in Rainbow Bridge Village. We called it
Oh,
Rainbow
how
Bridge
beautiful.
Village. And
Yeah.
Rainbow Bridge
So,
Village was open 24/7.
oh, that's so beautiful. Kathy, I would like to actually have you back because we have to, the recording has to stop here now, even though we have
Okay.
another 30 minutes. But how can people reach you? I mean, under the video, I will have the link that you gave me for your dog.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And the Golden Girls community. Yeah, it's like I said, it's changed to the Golden Life community, but it's still Golden Girls on Facebook.
Oh, Golden Girls on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much, everyone.